Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So LSU's offense will get the first crack at it here. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pollock.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Throws for the tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Taylor. Right down the gut of the field. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Makes the grab on the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
So Florida's offense will go to work for the first time today. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways in how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them, they'll throw screens, they'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the playmaker?
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's got the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Gators are on the move. Looking to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Burke. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Catch in the middle, it's Taylor. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Caught over the middle. It's Taylor. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Looking down the middle. He makes the catch. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He caught it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's third and goal. Go straight ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Marshall was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Chad Pennington used to deliver in his days there in Huntington. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. The Gators look to do some damage in the red zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Grab near the sticks. It's Wilson. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. It's caught. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. LSU quick to the line. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He wants to throw it again. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. They are pinned deep, and this crowd is letting them have it. Off the play fake on first down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out. Going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Gators line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Good timing on the quick out. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The give to the lone running back. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They make the stop, but they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the end zone. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? The Gators will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. Trying to find his man on first down. And he's got it at the tag. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. He's got it and still on his feet. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. He's looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Fires to the right. Pass on the way. It's picked off.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you've got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick.
Looking to take a shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, LSU!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. But the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football bomber out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. They're working that left side. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And now on 1st down after converting with the run. The sweet feet buy a little time. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And after the incompletion on 1st down, this fires deep toward the end zone. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up 4th.
And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida. On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that separated there.
Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Nussmeier. Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. And it's caught inside the 25. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the 1st half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the 2nd half. They take their 1st drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's caught. It's Burke. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. The 30.
Welcome, everyone, to the original conference championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense starts in less than ideal field position off that poor return. And this quarterback, of course, Kirk, he's the guy that stirs the drink for this team.
Talk about the total package. He runs it, produces it, directs it, acts out all the scenes. He's the whole package. I love a quarterback who understands the ins and outs of a football game. This kid plays like he wrote the manual.
Empty set now, 5 wide receivers. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. On the run, he'll let it go. He makes the grab. That's good for a first down near the 40. A new set of downs after that completion. First down, looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch downfield. An explosive play across midfield all the way to the 41. Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to throw it again. Quarterback escapes the pocket. On the move, looking deep.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up after that run. Send the back in motion. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. He fires this throw and is intercepted. And he's got some open field ahead. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. Just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him. And this defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Showcasing the shiftiness on that play. The defense finally brings him down. The ball's looking to run some tempo here. There's the handoff. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
That's just good, hard running by this back. And, man, they've had some good ones over the years. Go back to Jamal Lewis, who was on that 98 national championship team. Travis Henry, Arian Foster. Boy, Chris.
Football comes out. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
You know, as wide receivers, we get enamored with their size and their speed and their versatility and their ability to make plays after the catch. But none of those things are more important than taking care of the ball. He makes the catch, but he doesn't secure the football, and it's a fumble.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. First down here for this offense. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Goes to the sideline, steps out after a short gain. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. An inside give now from the shotgun. That run moves the ball across the 35.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. He slings this one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. Look out, it's a fake. He's trying to throw for it. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. It falls incomplete, and the attempted fake fails. Gamble does not work at all, and the punter showing why he's not the quarterback. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The ball is free in the backfield. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain. The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. And the quarterback dropping back. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he goes down right there. That's more than enough for a first down. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Using a strong stiff arm.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Fires it to the wideout. And he's got his man open downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunky yardage on the play. Kentucky has moved into the red zone now. Looking to throw it on first down. Got him. He's sacked.
And just like that, you go from knocking on the door, ready to put points on the board, to taking a sack. As we all know, when you move down inside the 10-yard line and you decide to throw the ball, things happen fast. You've got to make quick decisions and get the ball out of your hands.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. A bullet, but it's incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Returner looking to make a play here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. They moved the ball into plus territory last time, but it ended in a fumble. They can't do that again, trailing on the scoreboard. Lets it fly to the wideout. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
They return it from inside the 10-yard line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now for that 20-yard line. And looking to throw now on first down. And here comes a deep shot. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
Pass ball is incomplete, but there is a flag in the play. Check that out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Chris, how about that? This guy is a thrower with a football in his hands. He gets one block out in front of him. It seems like he's setting a new speed barrier.
And it's intercepted. It's a fumble. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble.
Chris, have you ever seen a play where you have 2 turnovers on one play? Great job with the interception. The defense has the ball, only to try to make too much happen. The ball's on the ground, and then the offense gets the ball back. 1st and 10. Woo. Catch your breath after that one.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. Kirk, it's Tennessee on top as we take a break for the quarter. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing.
And he throws his third interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
This guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making play.
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touch.